Which came first, the chicken or the egg? That's also the same question that people want to answer when who do we hire first? I don't know. I'm just here for the show. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's John Paramore. I'm going to walk you through today who's the first person you should hire in your organization. Now, I understand that's a little bit of a loaded question, given that most of you guys watching these videos have all kinds of things going on inside your organization. You could be at the start of the organization. You could be super deep down the road inside your organization. I'm gonna lay this out in a way that no matter what, this is applicable to you regardless of where you are right now inside of your organization. So I want you to think about, if you will, okay? Most of the time, if you were to build a triangle or a pyramid, okay? A triangle or pyramid, at the top is gonna be you, okay? At the top is gonna be you, the business owner, and then typically there's a couple of tiers, tier. Most of the time, from my experience, going inside of several thousand organizations at this point, most of the time people build this backwards. They have a mindset of, I'm gonna hire the cheapest person first because they cost the least amount of money. I'm not making a lot of money right now, so I'm gonna hire somebody cheap. I'm gonna bring a bunch of doers inside the organization. I'm gonna give them kind of the minuscule tasks of things that I no longer want to do. I'm gonna delegate that out to them. And then I'm gonna do it with the expectation that they're gonna take those things, they're gonna run with them, they're gonna help me build the organization down to the next tier and the next tier and the next tier. And then eventually, once the organization is making a bunch of money, I'm gonna go find leadership people and put leadership people at the bottom to hold everything up. It does not work that way. So I wanna show you something and give you guys, and again, it doesn't matter where you are in your walk, whether you're at the beginning or you're towards the middle or wherever you are in your organization. I want to show you actually a quicker way to know exactly who you should hire at exactly what time. So I actually want you to take that pyramid that we just drew, the triangle we just drew, flip that bad boy upside down, okay? And I want you to think about, you put yourself at the bottom, okay? So you're essentially holding the pyramid like this. Your job is to create stability and invert the pyramid, flip it back upside down, but do so in a way where it's upside down right now. The point is pointing to you, and I want you to recreate stability at the bottom and rebuild the pyramid back up this way. So most of the time people start and say, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner, I'm at the top of the pyramid. I want you to actually flip it upside down, hold it up as if you're at the bottom of the pyramid, like so, okay? Now, I want you to think to yourself, the first person that I want to bring inside my organization is actually a leader, someone with additional leadership, drive, wisdom, knowledge, power, experience, grit, tenacity, all of those things, right? They're like just on the same level or a couple steps below you as their willingness to hustle, grind, get after it, so on and so on. So you're not bringing in somebody that you're gonna have to always point and say, okay, you've done that task, now go do this next task. Okay, you've done that task, now go do this next task. In actuality, and I understand it's a little bit scary, you're gonna have some questions around this, and that's great, but what I would suggest is the first person or the next person that you bring in is the next level of experienced person that's got some leadership ability, tenacity, grit. You bring those people in. Now listen, you're gonna say, I get it right out of the gate. One of the things you're gonna say to me is you're gonna go, hey John, it costs a shitload of money to go after those people. Yeah, I understand that, but here's what's really great. If you pay that person, what you're getting back is time. If you think about every single strategic person I bring inside my organization, I'm not actually paying that person, I'm buying back my time. I'm buying back more of my time to go focus on something else that I can create, that I can actually push forward inside the organization and push to the next degree. So hire leaders at first so that you can actually put the leaders in charge and the leaders can build the organization down and out, right? Okay, so most people do that backwards. They hire leaders last or they promote up to leaders and then the organization itself never really gets stable. It always feels like it's on some sand. It feels like it could erupt at any second. It feels like you're herding cats trying to keep people focused, so on and so on. Now, if you take that and you surrender to that and you think about that's the way I got to do it, now how do I know in what department do I need to hire people and in what area? So here's how this breaks down, okay? There's a system called the 5 boxes. We've broken all businesses down into what we call the 5 boxes: marketing, sales, operations, fulfillment, and hiring. Marketing, sales, operations, fulfillment, and hiring. The 5 boxes. How do I know who should I hire first? Very simple, okay? Marketing, or box number 1 is marketing. So if you cannot generate a lead at will, and the leads are predictable, sustainable, and reliable, you need to hire someone inside of your marketing department that can help you generate leads at will. If you can't do that, we don't even want to focus on the other 4 boxes, because if you can't generate leads, your business is going to struggle because you're the hustler who has to go out and generate leads, or you got to hire somebody to go knock doors, generate leads, which is not predictable, sustainable, and reliable. Okay, let's move on to box number 2. Can you generate sales at will? Is your sales process predictable, sustainable, and reliable, meaning you have new sales coming into the organization every single day? If you can't generate a lead at will and you can't generate sales at will, it doesn't matter how great your operations are. It doesn't matter how great your fulfillment process is. It doesn't matter how great your hiring process is, because the rest of the company is going to fall apart because you have no leads and you have no sales. Okay? If you can generate sales and leads, our leads and sales, and you've got strong people in those 2 departments, now we're looking for the operations side. I need somebody in my operations department that can hold all of the marketing leads coming in, all of the sales coming in, hold all of that together, create a great process to move it onto the fulfillment system. So if you got a great marketing person, you got a great sales person, you got a great operations person, now we move on. Fulfillment. How do we fulfill the product? Who do we need to fulfill the product? How do we need to deliver the product to the customer in such a way that the experience is lights out? If you've got those 4 people, marketing, sales, operations, fulfillment, now we move on to how do we find a recruiter to help me scale this business at this point? How do we find somebody that can actually help me to hire people pretty much at will so we can scale this company? More salespeople, more people in the marketing department, more people in the operations side, more people in the fulfillment side. Now we're creating a scaling process, and up and up and up and up and up we go. So we all know that cheap is never better. I want you to think about a scenario, just come up with one scenario where you actually went and said, you know what, I'm going to do the cheapest thing. I'm going to hire the cheapest person. I'm going to drive the cheapest car. I'm going to buy the cheapest shoes. I'm going to buy the cheapest house. And you actually got exactly what you wanted out of that particular thing. Most of the time, when you're saying to yourself, I'm going to hire the cheapest person, I'm going to start with the cheapest people because they're not costing me a lot of money. You have that scarcity type of mindset. You're going to find yourself trapped or being held hostage inside of your organization by a bunch of people that constantly come to you for more and more and more and more and more. They want more details. They want more information. They want more direction. They want more processes and systems and all that stuff to be built, because they don't typically have the tenacity and ability to think about, okay, well, I completed that next task. What's the next biggest thing I have to do in order to help build the company forward? So there you have it in a nutshell. That's you're asking yourself, who do we hire? When do we hire? All that good stuff. Remember, the key is to flip the pyramid upside down. The key is to create that solid foundation of leaders that you can put in charge, that you can give all of the autonomy to help you build the organization. And again, you got to focus on the 5 boxes. I got to look and say, can I generate a lead at will? I got to look and say, can I generate sales at will? I got to look and say, how are my operations? How's my fulfillment process? And how is my recruiting department? And I promise you, there's going to be people that try and buck this system and tell you that, no, you should always talk about hiring the cheapest guy and all that stuff first. No, you shouldn't. If you'll go and surrender to the process, you'll actually look for the leadership core, put those leadership core at that next tier. I guarantee you, they will help you really build and scale and grow the organization much, much faster than if you're trying to bring in lower level people to try to save yourself some money. And that process, you're just creating a much, much bigger headache and a longer term and a longer process needed to grow and scale your organization. All right, so you guys know the drill. We need you guys to like it. We need you guys to like this video if you got something from it. Get it out to other people by liking it. They're going to see it too. We also need you to comment. And by comment, I need you to put some questions down in the comment section. I'm going to come back around and answer those for you. That's kind of my gift to you. And then we need you guys to subscribe. By subscribing, you guys are telling the algorithms you want to see more cool shit like this, and we'll bring it to you. So like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. See you soon.